I have a confession to make. I looked at the event for this and noticed it was called Schooled. And I thought to myself, wonder what that's all about. Because I had been told that the theme was mandatory, as in the concept was mandatory, not that the theme was mandatory. Although I guess it's actually both. So, on that note, we can this story is kind of like a mix of both, actually. If you consider that this lesson about things being mandatory or not comes from kind of the school of life, shall we say. So it starts in a bar. It's a dimly lit bar. The air is stale, dusty, and the plan is to just meet with some friends, have a casual night, some drinks, some food. So I order some fries. They're delicious. I don't know how many of you have had dive bar fries, but there's like nothing better. It's oily, it's salty, it melts in your mouth. So, just an amazing experience, really. So I'm sitting here enjoying my fries, and my friends are filtering in. They're bringing some friends of their own. We all strike up conversation together, and I strike up a conversation with a really friendly woman, and we click right away. It's, she's taking an interest in what I'm saying. She's laughing at my stupid jokes. It's just a really great, bonding moment. She's even touching my arm, giving me warm, enthusiastic smiles. And I would have sworn she was flirting with me, and it and it wasn't just what she was doing for me. She was, smart, funny, witty, beautiful, just in her own right, very amazing, intelligent human being. And so she was setting my heart on fire. There was one problem though. She had a wedding ring on. And generally that's a pretty reliable indicator that someone's not available. So I didn't know what was going on, really. I part of me was wanting to, get more involved with her, ask her on a date, hold her hand, caress her arm. But the other part of me was keep things strictly professional. Which is honestly what I did for the whole night. We kept it friendly. It was fun. And as we go our separate ways for the night, we did exchange contact information so that we could keep in touch, which is, it's always nice to be wanted to, be talked to more. So that was very kind. And then, I received a message from her later that night saying, "Hey, I had a great time getting to know you. I'd like to see you again." And, my heart skipped a beat at that moment. But at the same time, I was like, what am I getting myself into? Because, I had a million scenarios running through my head, and most of them involved a angry, jealous husband. So, I wasn't sure where things were going here. And then she said something that really caught me off guard, which was that, by the way, my husband and I are non-monogamous. And that really threw me for a loop, because I had never really, the whole concept of a non-monogamous relationship was very abstract to me at that point. I was raised Mormon, so, I was familiar with the concept of non-monogamous relationships in regard to polygamy. But, to be fair, these days, the Mormon church and society at large tend to favor the traditional monogamous relationship dynamic. And also, to be fair, modern non-monogamous relationships are nothing like Mormon polygamy. But yeah, so that message really, it was a jolt to my system, and I couldn't quite, I don't know if you guys have ever, you felt like a big part of your life has been a lie, or you felt like you've been lied to about something big, but you kind of start to question everything. You can't take what you've been told at face value. And that's kind of the rabbit hole that this message led me down. I didn't realize it at the time, but what she did was starting me out on a journey that had me kind of questioning everything. And I didn't just question like monogamy itself. I was questioning, gender roles, careers, the whole suburban middle class lifestyle that I had been raised to kind of believe was the path to happiness. And certainly I'd been raised to think that uh, the monogamous relationship is kind of mandatory. The idea that it was optional or that there were other formats out there was eye-opening to me. And so I am going on this journey, just like it's throwing me through a loop. I feel dizzy in a sense, just with all these ideas, norms I've been questioning. And it was a fascinating, wild ride. And the point of this story, like, I'm not going to tell you whether I, you know, dated this woman, or I'm not even like trying to say that you guys should go explore non-monogamy. The point of this story is that there are so many different boxes, I guess you could say, out there. And for whatever reason, society kind of has us on these rails to a single box. We're like on a predetermined path almost. And so I think that, the question is that, are these things that we've been told that make us happy, do they actually make us happy? And what if the thing that actually makes you happy is outside of everything you've ever known? So I think this idea that, there isn't just one box. We're all built different. That's what I've learned through this experience, definitely, and throughout much of my life, is we're all built different. And so rather than, kind of try and fit everyone into a single box, we should teach each other about all the different boxes out there, which honestly, I think that's what we're doing here tonight. Just teach each other about all the different boxes out there and support people in finding the box that fits them best. And so I would encourage all of you to, maybe take a few moments, sit down, ask yourself, am I happy in my life? Do I enjoy the world I occupy? And really ruminate on that, because I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is, are you happy?